All right, if you're getting elbow pain during your bench press training, this is probably the number one cause for that. That's going to be an overtrained torque chain. What this means is that in your training, you've spent too much time in a pronated and compressed position. And that's more than just the bench press. Think a low bar back squat, that's a deep compressed position. Dips, close grip bench, whatever. A lot of too much overhand, very deep, very compressed. We're probably getting a lot of strain in here. If it's coming from in here, maybe the forearm flexors aren't strong enough to support it. However, it happens, it tends to come from spending too much time in that pronated and compressed position, okay? And that also tends to cause a grip imbalance during the eccentric and concentric phases of your presses. Doesn't matter if it's a barbell or dumbbells. So let's go over those today. All right, so let's start with the easy stuff. If we're spending too much time in those compressed pronated position, the easiest fix is to modify your accessories to get you into bigger ranges of motion with the muscles around that joint. So we can do bigger curls, get on an incline bench, let the arm get opened up. We want palms up because we've been pronated. So we're going to go supinated. We're going to let the chest get opened up, let the biceps get opened up, bang out some reps. Nothing wild, nothing fancy. You can even take this into a fly position, favoring supination. Hit the curls if you want to, but stay big and stay open. This is not meant to be heavy because we're just trying to open the joint back up, especially the elbow. So with the biceps, we want to change our bicep accessories to being in bigger ranges of motion. We also want to change our tricep accessories to being in bigger ranges of motion. So it doesn't matter if it's a cable machine or we're doing skull crushers or something like that. Change the grip, change the range of motion, and try to get back into big open positions. So remember, our bench press has been deep and pronated. So we want to try and get as much supination as we can. So trying to do a reverse grip style skull crusher in this big range of motion. You can do your pullovers, reverse grip. And this is going to hit that tricep and lat a little bit differently to get you open back up and out of here. So these are easy modifications to your accessories. We're not changing your entire workout. We're just changing grip, changing range of motion to get your training back in balance. When we discuss how grip changes the lift, you'll notice on this bench press here, the left hand is more over top the bar, and the right hand is more folded back. You'll notice that that's changing how the elbows tuck per side. The forearm angle is changed per side. And if I change that, I'm changing how much pec or how much tricep I'm going to use in the lift. Now, when we want to start building grip awareness, there's an easy way to do this that has its own progressions. I like to start with a one-arm barbell bench press with an open hand and then turn that into cyclical open-handed bench presses and then weight, etc. So I'm going to dive into those real fast. And then if you have any questions, please just reach out to us because it can get complicated. Today is about it being simple. When we are trying to do the one-handed barbell bench, we want it open-handed because we don't want our grip to hide any imbalances. So the tighter I squeeze on the bar, the more it can hide what's actually going on. When it's nice and open-handed, I can feel how the weight is being displaced in my hand. So if I'm favoring more weight towards my outside of my hand or the base of my pinky, it's naturally going to make me want to try to tuck a little bit more and look how much rotation I'm going to get out of the bar. But if I displace the weight more towards my pointer finger and thumb, it's naturally going to let my elbow come out a little bit and get my pec more engaged. This is insanely important because we're going to use all these muscles for the press. You need to know what you're biasing and how to correct the weakness. And at the end of the day, fix the elbow pain, but also you're probably going to add some more pounds to your bench press. All right, so doing the one arm press, your job is to try and get the knurling ring to your sternum. Yes, that's going to force you out ideally kind of wide. And you're going to see and make sure that you are loading the outside of the hand, keeping the bar straight, and then driving through the inside of the hand. Or specifically loading through the base of the pinky, driving through the thumb and pointer finger. All right. And lastly, once you've kind of figured out where you're biasing your loading phase and your pressing phase, right? We don't want the imbalance. Let's say I'm loading more on the outside of my hand on the way down this way, or I'm accidentally loading more this way. Once you've figured out those weak spots and you started doing the one arm presses to correct it, you want to try and integrate that into your actual bench press. So we start that with open-handed presses. You're going to load the pinkies, drive through the pointers. Load the pinkies, drive through the pointers. And as you start to build that awareness of the grip and of the weight displacement, then you can start making it more relative to your competition style bench press. Squeezing harder on the bar, making sure you're hitting your setup, etc. But in the beginning, unrack, open-handed, feel the base of that pinky, have more weight on the way down, and then drive through the base of the pointer finger and thumb. Out to in. Yes, I'm still tucked, of course, right? Because if I was too flared, then I would be loading here in my pointer finger. But I want to be loading, tucked, base of the pinky, driving in, base of the pointer. And eventually you should feel like you have this nice, smooth flow on your press. Take that, explore it, have fun with it. You'll fix the elbow pain, and more than likely you're going to hit a bench PR because you're using your muscles the way they were intended to and symmetrically. Hopefully those are some quick fixes to get that elbow pain resolved and to start building a better bench press. You will eventually want to start assessing and balancing out your torque chains if the pain continues. So you want to know what is strong, whether your external torque is strong or your internal torque is strong in your biceps, your triceps, your pecs, your lats, everything that has to do with the arm. You want to try and start assessing where that is. That's a deeper dive into another video. If you have questions or want to know about that now, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help. Thanks.